Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of All Things Universal Orlando. Today we're going to be looking at the top 5 things to do in Diagon Alley. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Just as always, I want to remind you to like and subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can be made aware every time we post a new video. Well, I've been breaking down different sections of the park and what are the top 5 things we should do there, or I think you should do there. So today we're going to look at the top 5 things in Diagon Alley. There's really only one attraction, maybe 2 attractions in Diagon Alley, so these aren't going to be rides, so to speak, as much as they are going to be things you should do. I don't know how else to say it other than that. These are just 5 things that I think you should be doing when you go to Diagon Alley. So let's not waste a lot of time. Let's get right to it.
Great, Scott! Number 5.
Number 5 are the interactive wand stations. All throughout Diagon Alley, if you have one of the interactive wands, there are these stations where you can go and make certain things happening by casting spells. It's a fun experience. The problem is, the only downside, the reason it comes in at number 5 is there's usually a long line and sometimes it's a little tricky to make it happen the first time through. But even that's a benefit because it keeps you there wanting to make it happen. And it's a pretty fun experience. The downside is if you don't have an interactive wand, you can't do this experience. You can't enjoy this experience. You can watch others do it, and that's pretty cool, but what kid wants to do that? And the wands are expensive. You're going to pay upwards $50 to $60 for some of these wands. But all of the interactive wand experiences are really cool, and you can see on different YouTubers who have these things on video that you can go watch them do. It's not something I think I'll ever put on a video, but who knows. They're worth watching to see these things happen, but there's something about doing it and making it happen yourself that's just different than watching someone else do it. But for all of those reasons, the interactive wand experience comes in at number 5.
Number 4! Boop-boop-be-doo, boop.
Number 4 is another show, Celestina Warbeck's. I've heard people talk about this and really like it. I like it. It's a good show. I don't think it's anything spectacular, but it's a good show. It's certainly entertaining and worth the time spent in watching it. You may be selected to be a part of the show. I've never been. That's not really my thing, but I've seen and know people who have, and it's a good experience. It's fun. It's interactive. The songs are good. The quality of the singing is good. The choreography is good. Everything about it's good. It's just a show. It's just a singing show. It doesn't, to me, capture the elements, say, that the Blues Brothers show has. That, to me, is the best show at Universal. I mean, there's nothing really like that. Maybe the horror and makeup show, but that's kind of different. But for these kind of shows where you have characters coming out and singing, it's really good. Celestina Warbeck is a great show, one you should be seeing every time you go to Diagon Alley. And for all of those reasons, that's why it comes in at number 4.
Tree and a hop. Wait, tree or tree and a hop?
Number 3 is the other show that happens there at the Carpet Market stage there in Diagon Alley, and that is The Tale of the Three Brothers. I like this show a lot. The puppets are ornate and extraordinary. The storytelling is good, but I think what really makes this excellent is the story itself. J.K. Rowling has created an amazing story in The Tale of the Three Brothers, which of course came out in her books as well as in the Deathly Hallows movies. It's a great story. It captures your imagination. It makes you think. It's intriguing. It's one of those things you process through and you find appealing. And it has a pretty good resolve to it. Well, what this is just a show where they interactively with puppets tell you the same story. They do it a little bit more abbreviated than you see in the book. It's similar to what you see in the movie. But it's really done well, and the characters do an excellent job with the puppets and portraying the story. There's really not much more to say about this other than that it's a really good show, and I would not miss this. Try to make it time for you, make time in your schedule for you to see this. It's worth doing. I like it better than Celestina Warbeck, and I think that it is better, and you should take the time to see that. And for those reasons, Tale of the Three Brothers comes in at number 3.
Well, here's number 2.
Number 2 is Olivanders' Wand Selection Show. This is one of my favorite things in all of Universal. There's something amazing about this. I think I've shared with you before, my daughter's been picked so many times for this that we don't, you know, she's been picked actually to where we walk in telling the person don't pick her. She's been picked too many other times. She has so many wands, and I can't buy them all, and let some other kid have this experience. It's an amazing thing to watch this interaction. It seems extraordinarily real. Kids are enthralled. Parents are just taken in by it. There's just something special about this experience. We hear about how Disney captures the magic of something. I think this show does that better than anything I've ever seen, certainly in Universal Studios. The Olivanders interactive wand experience is a great experience, one you should do. Wait in line for it, and oftentimes there's a long line. Do it. Worth the experience. The characters are phenomenal. The people who portray themselves as the wand makers or whatever do a great job. They're constantly in character. They are approachable yet not. There's just certain element to the amazing job that they have done creating this experience. It feels like you're in a wand shop. It feels real. It looks like you could just reach in and take a wand off the thing and, oh, pick me, pick me. I mean, it's just so cool, this experience. It's one you should not miss. But it's not just that. If you get the wand, even if you're not picked, you can still buy a wand. All of the different windows where you can use your wand and make things happen. So the total Olivanders interactive wand experience is an amazing experience. It does take up time if you're going to go to all of these spots and do these things, but man, you're in Diagon Alley, and there's nothing like this anywhere. It's the best themed thing I've ever seen. So before we get to the number one, I want to break down the top 5 so far and give you an honorable mention. My honorable mention is the currency exchange. Where else can you go and interact with an animatronic? Maybe there are places, but I don't know of any. But I mean, this is amazing to me that I can ask a question and the animatronic is going to answer me reasonably. Not to mention, it's a cool little place and you can exchange. My daughter has bought the coins there as a souvenir. It's a great souvenir, but you can also exchange your money there for wizarding money, which really doesn't make sense, but you can do it if you want. But it's a nice souvenir to have, and we've actually done that. I think we've bought like a $10 money exchange thing to give as a gift to somebody when we brought back from a vacation or something like that. But the interaction with the character there, the animatronic, is amazing. I just think it's just clever, and I think it's a fun thing. And those are the reasons this is your honorable mention. So before we get to the number one, let's recount the top 5. Number 5 are the interactive wand experiences all around Diagon Alley. Even if you're just watching them, it's still kind of cool, but it's certainly better to be doing it. Number 4 is Celestina Warbeck's, a great show, a musical show, songs and dancing, and a little bit interactive, worth checking out. Number 3, The Tale of the Three Brothers. Another great story takes place there on the Carpet Market stage, right there in Diagon Alley, same place as Celestina Warbeck's. The puppets are excellent, the story's amazing. It's just a good, fun show. Make sure you see this. Number 2, Olivanders Wand Selection Experience. Amazing. Not to be missed, in my opinion. One of the highlights in all of Universal to see the wand select a witch or wizard is truly an exceptional experience, one that should not be missed. So here it is.
Hey, number 1.
I'm sure you all realize that the number one thing you should be doing in Diagon Alley is Escape from Gringotts. This is an excellent ride. It incorporates the element of virtual reality. It incorporates a roller coaster. It's amazing if you want the truth. I mean, it's just a unique ride. There's really nothing else quite like it. It kind of takes what you saw in Spider-Man or in Transformers, but this is more roller coaster like. It's more on a track that moves quickly and fun, but it moves in many directions. It's very unique, which Universal Orlando seems to do all the time. It's just a great experience. You interact with, or the storyline has with Bellatrix and Voldemort there trying to get you. Man, it's just great. But the pre-show is also good. I remember it captures what the Rock and Roller Coaster did with Aerosmith, which I always thought was phenomenal in that pre-show. This does the same thing when you go into the waiting room and you're there in the bank teller office with Bill Weasley. and what that Gornak, I think is the guy's name. It's a really, really cool experience. The queue is amazing. Everything about this is amazing. Escape from Gringotts is the #1 attraction, the #1 thing you should be doing at Diagon Alley, but I think you probably already knew that. Hey, once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Share these videos. Again, always comment. Put your top 5 on there. I would appreciate that as well. Go bless somebody else today and watch what changes in your life. Thanks for watching.